hope this doesn't fall. I've got to do this a lot better when I have more time. Hang on. Minute to big weather, Andrew. Thank you so much. All right. This way. Hang on. We're going to do this, you guys. All right. Good? We good? I'm going to start over here. I'm going to walk over here. All right? Tune on Fox 6. You can watch this live. Still there? We're almost there. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, a lot of the upper Midwest and the plains have been hit hard, guys, with these thunderstorms. It looks like it'll be on a weakening trend as it heads our way, which is good news. Not expecting any major severe weather here overnight. So let's take a look over the city tonight. It was a warm one today. 84 degrees, our high temperature, which tied the high temperature, the highest of the year so far in Milwaukee from last Saturday. So certainly warming things up. 75 right now with the wind out of the south. We have a dew point of 60, and you felt that increase in humidity today, right? Now it's warm across the board. We're in the 70s area wide. Sheboygan, you're experiencing some of the lake effect right now, so you are down to 63. We will all eventually drop into the 60s here overnight. But let's talk about these thunderstorms, because what do you notice here? You notice that these thunderstorms are starting to get stronger off to the west, because we have what's called a low-level jet stream above us at 5,000 feet. That is what's feeding the storms after dark. So that's why these are starting to fire. Look at all the lightning with this here tonight as well. So this is filling in, and it is heading in our direction. Now, did some simple math on this, but this is a very similar environment to what we had last night, but 150 miles to the east. So in other words, this line of thunderstorms is 150 miles east of where last night's line was. Last night's line died out in western Wisconsin at about 1:30 in the morning. Well, if we go 150 miles east of there, that puts it into Milwaukee by about 1:30 in the morning. And with it strengthening a bit, I do think we'll have some wind and some lightning and thunder. But again, because this is what we call low-level jet induced, meaning fed by air above us, I'm not concerned about tornadoes, and I'm not concerned about widespread severe weather. What's interesting here is they have kind of extended a severe thunderstorm watch just off to the east on the eastern side of that line. We'll see if that goes farther east. No warnings for the northern side of that line that's just developing, so we'll be watching it here through the overnight hours, all developing along a cold front. Now, what's also interesting here is that the Storm Prediction Center has completely removed Milwaukee from any severe threat. And I'll be honest with you, I don't agree with that. Just again, given what we just talked about, what we just outlined with those thunderstorms. But I do agree that they'll be on a general weakening trend as we get into the overnight hours. So let me show this all to you with Sky Vision Plus. Let's take you through here hour by hour. And as we go through the overnight, here come the storms. Here's 1 o'clock in the morning. I think this model is off by about an hour. So let's say this is closer to midnight, heading towards Madison, and then into Milwaukee by roughly 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning. I do agree that from Madison to Milwaukee, they'll gradually be on a weakening trend. Again, not anticipating any major severe weather overnight, but can't rule out a severe thunderstorm warning or two. And then by morning, just a couple of spotty rain showers and maybe an isolated thunderstorm until the cold front crosses, which will be around noon tomorrow. Here's a closer view for you. And again, I'd say this is closer to midnight with storms coming in to the Madison area. The other question will be, do we get a few storms out ahead of the line? That happened last night in the La Crosse area. It could happen again overnight, so we may see a few storms out ahead of it. But again, by morning, this is all done. And then throughout the morning hours, still a southwest wind, so still a chance for a thunderstorm until about noon. And then by the afternoon hours, windy with falling temperatures. So we're going to hit our high of 72 midday tomorrow, dropping in the afternoon. 50s on Wednesday, and then a gradual warm up into the holiday weekend, 70s, especially by Sunday and Memorial Day. Guys, I'll have an update for you in our 10 o'clock hour. Back over to you. All right, guys, how was it? So get this. It's all ad-lib. It's all live. So no script. Someone's talking in my ear that nobody else can hear. These are the side monitors. Right there. And right there. That's how I know where to point. Oh, wait. And right there. So when I'm looking at the camera, I can see the monitor down there. All right, I hope you guys had some fun there. We'll try to do this more. And I'm going to be tracking these storms because they have gotten a little bit stronger. Let me. Can I flip over here? I don't think I can. Let me see if it'll let me. I don't think so. But we'll be watching those storms. I'll be posting updates throughout the night as well. Hey, thanks for watching on social media. Well, hopefully watching on TV as well. All right, I'll keep you posted. Have a great night, you guys.